Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are taking a second look at the Park Meadows Mall in Lone Tree, Colorado. I visited this mall for the first time back in 2022, and have been here several times since, but I wanted to get a second take here at night on a weekday during the closing hour when there were a lot less people walking around, so that way we can actually appreciate the architecture this time. Plus, there have been some changes since our first visit here, so let's take a second walk through the Park Meadows Mall and see what it holds in store for us. Also, just a quick side note, please excuse the Christmas decorations. I know this video is being released in like April, but this footage was recorded the day before Halloween in 2023, so I know the Christmas decorations are there, just try to ignore it. Just let's act like it's normal. Plus, at the end of the video, I will show a few clips I took at the beginning of February 2024, because there have been some changes even since the recording of this main footage here, so stay through the whole video. I promise, it'll be worth it. Now, just in case if you didn't see the original video on this place, let's go ahead and retell this mall's history a second time. Park Meadows' story would begin in the 1990s, when plans would circulate around for a new super regional shopping mall to be built in the southern Denver region. Not only that, but it would be proposed as Colorado's retail resort. They would plan to put the mall on County Line Road, right near Interstate 25 and State Route 470. With the Hahn Company behind the development, ground would be broken in 1995. Park Meadows Mall would officially open on August 30th, 1996 as Colorado's largest indoor mall. When the mall first opened, it would host Dillard's and Colorado's first Nordstrom as its anchors, with more to come. It would also feature over 150 inline stores, a massive food court, and a United Artists movie theater. Joslin's and Foley's would open shortly after the mall in 1997. However, in 1998, the Joslin's space would be repurposed into a Lord & Taylor store which would open in 1999, as Dillard's, whom bought Joslin's, did not want to operate a dual anchor setup at Park Meadows. Also in 1999, JCPenney would join as the fifth and final anchor store to Park Meadows Mall, and the mall would be sold to the Hahn Company. The 90s would bring a fantastic start to Park Meadows Mall, and it would dethrone most of its competition around it, killing off the nearby South Glen Mall in Centennial, and would be major competition to Southwest Plaza and Town Center at Aurora. However, 2000 would see the United Artists movie theater close in favor of a location outside the mall. The space, however, wouldn't be vacant for long, as it would be completely reworked into a Galyan store that would open that same year. Galyan's would be converted to a Dick's Sporting Goods in 2004. March 2004 would also see another major change, as Lord & Taylor would close their Park Meadows Mall location, as they would leave the Denver region around this time. The space would be completely demolished and reworked into an outdoor shopping area called the Vistas, with many new shops and restaurants joining in, and a Borders Books and Music would be added onto the mall on the second floor. This would all be completed by 2006, and that same year in 2006, Foley's would be rebranded to Macy's during the May and Federated Department Stores buyout. By this point, General Growth Properties would be the new owners for Park Meadows Mall, as they would acquire the mall from the Hahn Company. Not much would happen throughout the rest of the late 2000s. 2011, however, would see Borders go out of business and close all locations including the Park Meadows Mall store. However, the space would not be vacant for long, as Forever 21 would move into the space in 2012. The only other major change that would happen in the mall's history was that General Growth Properties would be acquired by Brookfield Properties in 2018. Brookfield still owns Park Meadows Mall to this day. As of 2024, Park Meadows Mall is Colorado's largest indoor mall with 1.5 million square feet of retail space and just over 190 shops and restaurants on the property. Not many cosmetic changes would happen since the mall's opening, other than carpets being replaced and the fountain being replaced. Park Meadows Mall remains viable for the southern Denver region and even sees shoppers from the Colorado Springs region come to visit this mega shopping mall. The future seems bright for this property.
Park Meadows Mall is my childhood mall. Growing up here, this is the mall I would usually visit the most, alongside Cherry Creek Mall. I have many memories here, going shopping with my family as a kid, hanging out with friends here in high school, and taking Andrew here for the first time. Even if this wasn't a mall that held so many memories for me, it is still a very nice looking one. Park Meadows is probably the most thriving mall in the Denver metro area and probably in the entire state of Colorado. This mall is cozy with a mountainous, almost ski lodge-like feel that fits the state of Colorado well. With its wooden fixtures, warm colors, large fireplaces, and even a fountain in the center, made to look like a mountain lake surrounded by fake pine trees. This is the Colorado Mall. It's great seeing how well this place is doing too. There are literally no vacant anchor stores ever, and usually very high occupancy. The mall even has an outdoor portion with restaurants and more stores, which is great to walk around in when the weather is nice.
As we now take a walk through the Vistas, their outdoor area, I personally really enjoy Park Meadows, and I also find it really aesthetically pleasing. and the architecture here to be pretty incredible. I love that this place did something unique. The Hahn Company really did build quite unique malls from what I've seen. They also built the Puente Hills Mall in California, which is iconic for being the Back to the Future mall. However, unlike that, they did a great job in terms of theming this mall. What do I mean by that? It does really feel like a place that belongs here in Colorado. This mall doesn't look like any ordinary mall. The inside vibe kind of feels like a ski lodge, with the wooden ceilings, the fountains, the fireplaces around the mall. It really adds some character to this place, and it makes it feel a lot more unique, and I love that. I love unique malls. That's why this mall is one of my favorites I've ever visited, and I really enjoy hanging out here every time I visit Denver. This mall is always fun to walk around in, go through the shops here. They have a lot of awesome stores in this mall, and something I really find good about this mall is that Brookfield really does take great care of this place. They usually always fill in vacancies really quick, and this place always remains above 90% occupied, which is absolutely amazing. Another thing they do really well here is maintenance upkeep is also usually really good. From what I've noticed, for example, escalators and the elevator here usually are not often out of order. Now, in the recording of this footage, the elevator was out of order, but they fixed it a few days later from what I saw when I was in town during this trip. And in other visits I've been here, they usually fix up escalators pretty quick when they're broken as well. So maintenance upkeep here is really good. And overall, I love that this place hasn't had many changes done to its architecture since it opened. There have been very minor changes, like the fountain has been reconfigured a couple times, which you'll see that here shortly. And they replaced the carpets, which you will definitely see that here very shortly, because literally a month after filming this footage in October, they replaced all of the carpets in this mall. So that's one thing that's really unfortunate, because sadly, these new carpets really stick out, and personally, I feel like they don't fit the vibe of this mall at all, and they look very out of place. At the end of the day, the architecture here is still really incredible, so I'm not going to fault them too hard for the new carpets. I'm sure they were just getting really old and dirty, so they needed to replace them. But even stuff like this, when it's snowy out in the Vistas and they have those little fireplaces, it's really cool. And even the bridges and the little river that runs through the Vistas area. I mean, even the mall itself with those wooden ceilings, those fireplaces, I mean, this is a wonderful mall. And every time I come to Denver, I love visiting this place. Now, as soon as we're done walking through the Vistas, you'll see it change to an early evening setting. This will be footage from February of 2024. I snagged a few quick clips on a GoPro and my phone of what the mall currently looks like with the new carpets and some of the other changes. And that's another thing, they actually do changes really quick here. For example, 2 days after filming this footage in October, that waffles kiosk that you saw on the way in was gone. So little changes like that, even then, they just make a difference. But either way, if you're ever in the Denver region or you live here, I absolutely recommend a visit to Park Meadows. It's a wonderful mall, and I recommend it to any of you guys, even if you're just coming here for dinner, or if you just need one thing from a store, or even if you just want to walk around. It's a wonderful place to be at. And here is Park Meadows from February 2024. That spot where the sign is and that change in the floor was where the waffles kiosk was. Not much looks too different over here, but once we get to the center court, you'll even see the fountain was changed up a bit. They changed it from the waterfall that you saw in the beginning of the video to now it's more of a traditional, like, sprinkler looking type of fountain. It's still nice, but even then, it doesn't look as cool, in my opinion, but it still looks really nice. These are the newer carpets. They don't look too bad, but they just look more bland compared to the old ones, and to me, they just look more out of place here compared to what the old carpets looked like. So I want to ask all of you, what do you think of Park Meadows Mall, and what do you think its future holds? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think this place will stay alive and do really well, or do you think this will end up like many of our other malls here in America? I think this place will stay alive for many years to come. But with that, I would like to thank you all for watching my revisited video tour of the Park Meadows Mall in Lone Tree, Colorado. This place is really a special mall, and I'm glad it's still here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like as it greatly helps support the channel. And whilst you're at it, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so more videos like this can come to more viewers like you. If you want to see a sneak peek of future videos coming to the channel, I have an Instagram linked in the description. Alright everyone, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, take care, stay awesome, and have a blessed day. I will see you all in my next video.